Hey guys, Dan Carr here. Today's a very exciting day for me and my business. I have here in front of me this huge box and Canon's most anticipated lens ever, I might say. The Canon 200 to 400 f4 LIS 1.4 extender. It's the 200 to 400 f4 with the built-in 1.4 extender. And there's not too many of these out there at the moment. I'm lucky to get one of the first few that came into Canada here. So I know that some of you like extreme photography gear porn, so this will be an unboxing video. I know there'll be haters in the comment as well saying who the hell wants to watch this, but trust me, there's people out there that do. So this is an exciting day and I thought I'd share it. I hope that every one of you out there gets to experience the excitement one day of being able to unbox one of Canon's big white lenses. It's always a fun day, so I'm going to try and film this as best I can, but it's a pretty big box, so we'll start by cutting into this. And Canon announced this lens for development in 2011, and it's been, well, I guess you can't really say delayed because they never said when it was going to come out, but they've certainly taken their time about getting this lens out to the public. So it is highly anticipated. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there waiting to get their hands on one. Supplies are a little bit restrained at the moment. And I'm just going to change the camera angle a bit so you guys can see the box a little bit more and a little bit less of me while we do this. Okay, let's try this. Start removing some of this packaging. As you can imagine, they come fairly well protected inside this box. So all wrapped up in plastic right now. We've got instruction manual on the top here. Warranty cards. And this will solve a little bit of a mystery for a lot of people that were asking me. Yes, it does come with the traditional hard case. When Canon announced the pricing for the 200 or 400, for the first time they actually put replacement cases into people's order systems on the very same day. And it led to a fair bit of confusion. Certainly my local dealer, and I know many other dealers, were telling people that the case was a separate item and you would have to buy it separately for about $600 or $700. But I spoke to Canon before mine arrived and ascertained that yes, it does actually come with the lens. So I'm going to open this backwards so you can see inside. There it is. So this is the same kind of case that Canon have been packaging with their recent Super Teles. It's got some spaces to put some of the accessories. They ship it with a few more accessories than they used to, and also this is spots here to put 1.4 and 2 times teleconverters if you wanted to carry those around. So I'm just going to turn this around. Turn it halfway so you can still see it. Let's get into all these little things first of all. So this is the secondary foot. As you can see, it's a much smaller foot than normal. This is, I think, they're anticipating people use this for setting up remote cameras and just when you want a lower profile setup. It's a much shorter foot. This didn't used to come with the previous versions of their teleconverters, tele lenses, only the version 2. So that's nice to have, although I'm going to be putting a really right stuff foot on mine. We have a strap here. Let's get into that. I guess this is a strap for the lens itself, much nicer than the ones that they used to send out. Kind of stretchy, padded, grippy. Well, I wish they would send these ones out with their cameras actually. That's much nicer than I've seen before. So one strap there. The lens itself is strapped down like this. What's this? So, okay, here we have a strap for the case. So I guess, yeah, just pretty basic, kind of junky rubber shoulder strap which goes on the case. Well, most people really don't carry the case around anyway. They use it for storage at home, so they've definitely saved a bit more money on that one and put it into the nicer strap for the lens itself. Let's get this out. So there she is, Canon 200 to 400 f4. You can see right away that it has the same lens cover. It says right here on it 200, 300, 400 DO and 200 to 400. So we know that it has the same diameter as all of those lenses. And I'm just going to put this down for a second and move the case out of the way so we can have a better look at the lens on its own. That appears to be the only things of interest in the case. Let's pop this away. So the lens itself, just pull the hood off. The hood seems to have some more protection in there. These are much nicer end caps to their recent lenses. Gone are the big faux leather things that went over the whole lens hood. Now they just have these sort of, there's a hard plate inside there, but it's much nicer. Really easy to take on and off. So that's pretty neat. And the lens itself, you get a bit of an idea for the size there. I mean, it's essentially the same size as a 500. It's maybe, I think, about ½ inch shorter than the new 500 f4 version 2. Now I've handled this before, and I've actually handled it alongside a 500 before, and I can tell you that it's definitely a little bit heavier than the new 500. But I think it's a little bit less than what the old 500 was. So if you had a 500 version 1, then you know, this is pretty similar, really. So boy, that is a piece of work there. That's great. Obviously the big thing about this one, for the first time in one of Canon's big lenses, is that it has a zoom ring on it. It feels okay. You know, it's got quite a bit of resistance to it on that zoom ring. But the most interesting thing, I mean, it's going to be, I've actually got some other videos on my YouTube channel to show this. The most interesting thing right here is the built-in converter. So we have a lock switch there which prevents you from moving it. One quick click there, slide that, and now we're on 1 times and 1.4 times. Now, feeling this right away, actually, this feels a lot nicer than pre-production one, which I handled a while back. So I have a feeling that they've worked on the mechanism in here to smooth things out a little bit. But there you go, Canon 200 to 400 f4. Make sure you subscribe to my channel here and you know, follow along with some of the adventures that I'm going to be taking this lens on. Check out my blog. I'll have a review up at some point once I've done some thorough testing with it. I'm not going to rush that out. You know, with a lens that's special like this, you want to take it on a nice good trip and really put it through its paces. So, but keep an eye on the blog, subscribe to that, and then you'll see that come through on your feed. So yeah, exciting day.